Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, this is going to be a fun video to do. Why is that? Well, as you know, we've been talking a lot about this huge battle that we're in to try to preserve our Second Amendment rights, and whether or not right now in our time in our country's history are we really in a battle, or are we sitting in the middle of an amazing opportunity to preserve and advance Second Amendment rights due to the change in the United States Department of Justice and the current ATF. But the only way we can all get to the promised land where we want to be is we all need to be working together. We all need to be cooperating. We all need to have our oars in the water, rowing the boat in the same direction. We do so many videos on this channel where we're shredding state legislatures, shredding the federal government, shredding the ATF, pissed off about something. But today, we're going to actually give a big old attaboy to not one, but two separate companies that have really stepped up big. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about Palmetto State and DuraMag go all in for your gun rights. Okay, America, we are going to be talking about a case out in Massachusetts. We're not necessarily going to talk about the case, but what we are going to talk about is some new allies we have on that case and how important and monumental that is. The case we're talking about is Capen v. Campbell. It is a challenge to Massachusetts' assault weapon ban. It is a case that's brought by the good folks over at the National Association for Gun Rights, which means there's a link down below for you to show them some love. Now, you may recall we talked about this case already on this video right here, where we gave a big old attaboy to Magpul. Obviously, if the court in Massachusetts is going to want to uphold their assault weapon ban, they're going to run in headfirst to a big problem, which is the common use doctrine. There really is no escapable way around it, unless, of course, you're a court hell-bent on upholding this law that says, well, the record established by the plaintiffs here does not prove that these items are in common use. That would be essentially like not being able to prove that the sun sets in the west. It is immensely stupid. It is totally intellectually dishonest. We should not even have to go through this exercise, and yet that is the world we're living in when it comes to Massachusetts courts. Now, if NAGR just knowingly ran into that buzzsaw and did not have anything prepared, knowing that that's going to be a battle they have to fight, well, that would be pretty incompetent representation there. So knowing that this is a fight they're going to have to pick, the folks over at NAGR have started requesting from many, both magazine manufacturers as well as those who manufacture semi-automatic rifles, for sales data. Now, there is one of two ways that NAGR or any plaintiff could get this sales data. Number one, they could just simply ask. That has been done in the past by not only NAGR, but other large Second Amendment organizations, and it has almost always been met with firm resistance from these manufacturers. The other way you could get this information is you could subpoena it from the companies, and then, of course, the companies could object to the subpoena, and we can go to court and start disputing that, and away we go, and we got a big old Donnybrook with supposedly someone who's supposed to be our ally in this fight. Well, we're doing this video today because, like Magpul a couple of weeks ago, I'm proud to announce that Palmetto State Armory and DuraMag have stepped up big time to provide the necessary data to NAGR to assist them in this lawsuit. Okay, this is where we would normally put up Palmetto State Armory's logo, and then we'd follow it up right there with DuraMag's logo, but for reasons we'll explain in just a moment, we're not going to do that. But we will, again, put their names right here on the screen so you can all know that Palmetto State Armory and the folks over at DuraMag have stepped up big time to help in this litigation. The battle that we're engaged in here goes well beyond the right to keep and bear arms. It goes well beyond the right of self-defense. This actually goes to the most quintessential, the most fundamental of all human rights there is, which is the right of self-preservation. It is very refreshing to see companies who make a living based upon this right be willing to step up and fight for the preservation of this right. So I want to give a big old kudos, congratulations, and attaboy to Palmetto State Armory, to DuraMag, and to the National Association for Gun Rights that have formed this alliance, all with the purpose of defending the inalienable rights of not only all of those in Massachusetts, but ultimately all of those nationwide. Because let us not forget, we have several of these other challenges going all around the country in a lot of other very blue states that are going to be very hell-bent on upholding these bans. And this is data that can be used to combat that not only in Massachusetts, but throughout the entire country. Listen, we'd go ahead and link up PSA and DuraMag down in the description box, but Google will crap their pants on that also. They've been on an absolute warpath. They've pulled down 4 of our videos recently as well because we had the audacity to show an image of a firearm. So you all know who they are. You all know how to do business with them, and I want you to know that these are companies that are absolutely 110% behind the advancement and preservation of your Second Amendment rights, and for that, they should all be commended. Okay, listen, we're going to go ahead and link up Capen v. Campbell down below so you can geek out on that. We'll link up NAGR down below, so if you want to show them some love, you can do that. Now, listen, if you got any questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now, but if you don't, that's okay. That information's down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should do around here, you click on that link right there and you tell us all about it. If you want to subscribe to the monthly newsletter, the ability to do that is right down there in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, America, let's remember that part of being a lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.